Two and a half brain cells back. What is this? Episode 3? Episode 4?
Episode 300.
Episode 300. We're getting up there. Let's go, boys.
Yeah.
Diego, how we doing?
Episode 300. Good. I'm glad it's Sunday, man. Get to just chill.
You're glad it's Sunday?
Weekends are the best time. I mean, I don't start work till 1 tomorrow, so.
Yeah, that's such an L. I
got 2.5 days for.
You start work when I end work at my time.
I know, dude. Which sucks.
It really does suck.
Hopefully, I can switch shifts later. But
yeah,
are you ready to get into the first topic of today?
Yeah. So, I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago. The lottery just happened for the Powerball, and I think it was up to like 1.9 mil. We're talking a billion.
I was gonna say, I think it's in.
Sorry. Yeah. It was like 1.9 billion dollars, and that is a ridiculous amount of money that you would win. And people are like, "Oh, the taxes." Even after taxes, you're coming away with at least a bill, at least $1 billion. I mean, your family will never have to work again. You're royalty at that point.
I think for at least like 3-4 generations, you'd probably be set, honestly.
Yeah,
I mean, like pretty luxurious. Yeah,
you could do whatever you want. You'd be in the top richest people of all time with $1 billion.
The top G era of all time.
The top G era of all time.
That's a segment for later.
Yeah. Literally. What would you
buy with your money if you did? First thing you're buying.
When I was thinking about this, first thing that I would buy is I would make sure 2 things. One, I would only tell immediate family, and that's it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't tell extended family, and I would tell really close immediate family.
So, like, would you tell your grandparents?
I would tell my grandparents, yeah, but I wouldn't tell like cousins and stuff like that. And I think the first thing I would do is like all of my like relatives, I pay off like their houses and like any like debts or anything they have, you know?
Damn, yeah.
I'd be nice, and then I'd buy myself a nice house. I would probably move my parents to like, you know, wherever they want to like retire, whatever, put them into retirement, and then pay for like my brother's colleges or something like that. Yeah. Damn. I wouldn't buy just like irrational shit right away.
That's where we are complete opposite, my friend.
He goes, I'm gonna buy Star Wars.
Dude, I feel like, okay, so I definitely agree with the first part. Like if I won, dude, first thing I'd probably do right off the get-go, I'd probably shit myself though. First thing.
Dude, I legit think that I would piss myself and I would pass out of like excitement, and I wouldn't believe it.
Shit, piss, and vomit all at the same time if I saw that number and it matched up.
You know what I was thinking about though? Imagine taking that ticket to the gas station on like a Saturday, and there's a bunch of, and like the cashier's like, "Holy shit! You just won $1 billion,
dude!" Especially in a fucking, if you're like in a ghetto neighborhood, you're fucked.
You are getting killed. Yeah. Thank God for COVID for that reason.
And if you died while doing that, and those guys that killed you, whoever, they could just take your ticket and buy their way out of prison too. Think about it.
They could. They could.
I'm pretty sure they could. Just break the fucking system.
That would be hilarious. That wouldn't be hilarious getting killed.
I think the first thing I'd buy though, like after I told like my parents and my brothers, I would probably buy a house first thing. But first, I would probably move out of state if that happened though.
Yeah, get out of Nevada.
Where you can get a fat house for like a really good price over there in like fucking
Wisconsin.
Like the Midwest, yeah, pretty much. Because there's a lot of places in the Midwest where you can get fat fucking mansions for like what you get here. It would be like a 2-bedroom one.
So we were looking at houses because some of the guys were like, "Oh yeah, maybe down the line it'd be fun to come to Wisconsin or whatever." And we were looking at houses. It's like a 3-bedroom house to a 4-bedroom house, not including like the interest and stuff like that. I think we were looking like it was like the $400 range, 400,000 range. And then Ulysses had me look in Nevada, and it was like over $1 million for like the same thing.
And it makes no sense because we live. I mean, I love this state, but god damn, They number mountains and tumbleweeds and sagebrush, my guy. I don't get why it's so fucking
When I
expensive.
went there, I think I saw a tumbleweed, and then in the background I heard.
So dumb. Two cowboys in the middle of the street.
Draw. That's hilarious.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. I think that'd be so sick.
What irrational thing would you buy though? Like, what's your one irrational thing?
Honestly, well, would you consider like cars or anything like that irrational? Because
Yeah, no,
you
I'd consider a
kinda
car
need it.
irrational.
You kind of need it,
You
but
wouldn't really,
depends.
but
It depends on
at
what
the
it
same
is.
time, you're that rich where you would probably have a driver.
That's true. No, I don't think. I don't think I would be like. I don't know. I'd be probably pretty cocky, actually. Never
Actually,
mind.
no, I lied. First thing I would do, lawyer, instant.
Really?
Before I
That's
even
true,
ca-
yeah, that
they
makes
they
sense.
say
Mhm.
before you even cash your ticket, you get a lawyer so you can make like multiple like prints of the ticket so that they know it's
Yeah,
like it's you in
it's
case something
legit. That's
happens or
true.
whatever. Yeah.
That's true. All right. So this is the golden plan then. Get the ticket. Tell the family. All right. Next thing, lawyer. Next thing, cash out.
Yeah.
Next thing, house.
Well, try
Next
not to
thing,
get killed before that.
yeah,
Before you
that's
buy the
true.
house.
Stay strapped.
Stay
Act like it's a purge out
stay
there.
strapped.
And then honestly, it would probably be like just like 1 or 2 cars for me. I wouldn't do. I don't get why people buy like 15 cars, let alone like $1 million cars. Like, don't get me wrong, they're badass or whatever. But would you buy a supercar? Because I wouldn't. There's no reason for me to go
Here's my thing.
150 miles per hour.
There's like certain like my dream car isn't like any sort of like supercar. It's
Tesla, right?
it's a Tesla, yeah. Just
Mhm.
something like simple, practical, and like probably not the most practical for Wisconsin, but I really really want one.
Exactly.
I don't think I'd fit into most supercars. Is my thing. I don't fit into a lot of cars, and like when we're like shopping for cars, we have to like try them out to make sure that our family like even has enough legroom to sit in them.
Yeah, because you guys are fucking giants.
Shut up, dude. I'm not Melvin from Madagascar.
Fuck. But no, yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'd buy a supercar. I'd probably just buy like a Supra and then like a truck or like a SUV. You know?
Why a Supra though? You're so gay.
I love Toyota. That's why.
No, you're just
I love Toyota.
dude. Just get another Rav4, you weirdo.
A Rav4.
Oh, sorry. What is your car? What's your car that you have now?
I have
Forerunner.
a 4Runner.
Yeah,
A
that's
4Runner
still.
and then a Subi.
I remember when I was there, we were going to Whole Foods. You're like, God, I just want a souped up Forerunner. I just want to mod
Dude,
the
they
shit
look
out of
so
it.
cool though, but it's a lot of money. Anything, that if you want
No,
anything,
that's not it.
it's a
You
lot.
won the lottery, Diego. It's not a lot of money anymore.
No, yeah, I know, but
Are you?
that's what I'm
Would you?
saying,
If
like,
you
I
won the
want my
lottery, would you
SUV
be a
and a
cheap
car.
bitch? Would you still be a cheap bitch, or would you
I don't
like
think I would be
ball?
cheap, but I would kind of conserve my money. Like, actually, I don't
Financial
know.
advisor?
I don't
Maybe get
know.
one of
I'd
those.
probably have a whole. Okay. So I would obviously get a house that's not like 2 bedrooms, right? I'd probably get like a 6 bedroom house or something, and that's not even that bad. Most rich people get like fucking 80 bedroom houses because they're like, oh fuck it, why not?
Yeah.
But property taxes insane, so fuck that. But I would want a room for like so that way I can just buy a bunch of Legos. I'm just a giant fucking kid at this point. And have like a giant, like lit up, like dope ass display room. That'd be so fucking sick.
I think
And
I
then
would.
have a really nice office, obviously my bedroom, and then that's pretty
No,
much
why
it.
would you need an office? Why would you need an office?
So that way I can separate my office from like my bedroom instead of having it like all in one.
You're not gonna be working though.
No, I know, but for like gaming and stuff.
Oh,
Like,
oh,
for my
like that.
computer and, like, yeah, and
I
then I
would-
can have like my all my Star Wars shit. And
I think
then
I would just-
movie theater room for sure.
I think I would pay to become an influencer and like get famous.
True,
like through
while
like
you're
streaming
into never ending money. Yeah, that's true.
through like that,
Smart.
and then I would have like a podcast studio, and then where we
Oh,
could
that'd be
like
sick, yeah.
where we could like fly down to each other and then like film the podcast week to week and stuff.
Dude, that'd be so
Film
sick.
other
Ah,
film other
damn.
shit there.
This just made me wish I fucking won the lottery. Holy
Dude, this
shit.
is making me want to win the lottery.
I'm gonna just manhunt. I'm gonna go on deep web and hire
you
some-
know what we should do? You know what we should do? We should buy lottery tickets for next podcast.
Are you okay? I'm down.
I'm actually
I've never
so
bought
down.
a lottery
Me
ticket. but
neither.
I'm
Me
down.
neither. I bought a scratch off like a couple times. That's it.
Really? I've never bought one.
I've never bought a lottery ticket. Only a couple scratch offs.
No, yeah. Can you imagine if we won though? Like
On the podcast.
dude, if we won on the podcast, that'd be insane. It'd be top 10 greatest moments of all time.
Yeah, that would be, and people would say it's fake. People wouldn't believe it.
But if I did, if I won, like right here on the podcast, immediately I'm giving you like, because it's we're talking about like $1 billion, right? At least.
Yeah.
I'm giving you I'm giving all my homies like a good 5 mil at least.
I mean, okay, so I said I'd only tell the family, but I'd tell the really close friends.
Yeah, I would tell
like my core
group for sure.
My core.
Yeah.
But then as soon as they start going, hey, can I get some blah 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 for like blah blah blah, and then once that happens, it's just I don't.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I would give you guys all like a set amount. You guys could do whatever you want with the money because
then never ask me again.
And then never ask me again. But dude, that would be so sick. Oh my gosh.
I don't know why this made me think of this, but for like having an ungodly amount of money, I thought I'd like YouTubers right away and Markiplier. Did you see that he's starting an OnlyFans?
He is?
Yeah.
I thought that was a joke.
No, I don't think it's a joke.
Because I did see a while back there was memes where he said, I don't remember what he said, if he got a certain, what was it? Do you know what it was? If he did something specific.
It was some goal with like likes or whatever, but then they didn't hit it. And then he said, I'll give you guys another chance. I did this show. It's like a documentary on my mom or whatever. If this video gets like blah, 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 and then we get enough like pre-sale ticket like sales or whatever to watch it, then I'll still do it. I haven't watched anything after that, but that would be an OnlyFans I'd buy.
That'd be the only guy I'd ever subscribe to on OnlyFans.
What, like PewDiePie? You wouldn't?
Even female, yeah.
PewDiePie?
I don't know. Markiplier's just built different, dude.
Markiplier is built different. In every single one of his posts, he goes, "Hello, everybody. My name is Markiplier, and welcome back to my OnlyFans."
Oh, dude, no, that's so gross. Now that I think about it, I don't know if I would actually do that.
He doesn't. It's just a YouTube channel, but he does everything nude.
Oh, dude, just it's blurred on YouTube, but on OnlyFans it's not.
It's like
sitting there flashing.
It's like the cold ones. It's like the cold ones Patreon.
Oh, that I'm not subscribed to the.
I wish I was. I love cold ones so much.
I just know that if we were, we'd see a lot of Chad's body.
Which I'm like kind of okay with.
Oh yeah.
Oh, for cold one
thing though.
Hold on, I gotta explain what cold ones is for the viewers at home quickly. Cold ones is like a podcast like type show where they just do like random videos or whatever, but they get like wildly drunk on the podcast, basically. That's pretty much it. And Chad is the one of the two hosts of it.
Yeah, Max and Chad.
Chad.
One thing I would also buy though, I think, if I won all that money, right? Is you're gonna want to travel around the world, right? You're not gonna work.
Of course.
You're not gonna want to do that. So you'd want to buy a plane, right?
I'd buy a plane. Well, then I can come visit Nevada whenever I want to, you know?
Exactly. You can fly wherever.
It doesn't even need to be like anything massive. Just give me a little Cessna or something, you know? Just something slight.
Just give me a fighter jet. You can fly like Hasbulla.
You get a stealth bomber.
Me and Hasbulla are gonna be dogfighting up in the sky pretty soon. Just wait.
Dude, what is it with you? What is it with you and hating little disabled people?
What? Hasbulla is a legend. He's not disabled. Have you seen that him do the interview with Barstool Sports? He just starts pulling the guy's fucking hair and like smacking him in the face, dude. It's so good.
Hasbulla is a goat. Hasbulla is a goat.
He is. He's a man of all trades. He's a true entrepreneur.
But yeah, there was a story I gotta tell you about that I heard while I was listening to the radio. So I'm not a huge like radio guy typically, but whenever it's the morning and I'm on my way to work, I don't go on like my phone or listen to podcasts or whatever. I just listen to radio, get me prepared for the day. And they were listening to this black box like recording of this guy who used to work at an airport and then stole a plane, and up in the sky he gets in contact with them, and he's like, hey, what's going on, guys? He's just like talking to him, having like chill conversation or whatever. And then he talks about how he's thinking about like ending his life while he's up there, and then all of this stuff, and then he's like, yeah, man, I'm sorry about this. I really didn't want to ruin your day. I really don't want to ruin your day or anything like that. And then he starts talking. He's like, they're like, well, the guy's like, do you need help with anything? He's like, no, I pretty much know what I'm doing. I played a lot of video games before. Played a lot of flight video games
What?
before.
So he learned how to fly a plane like off of what? Like flight simulator?
I don't even think flight simulator. I think just like what
Right.
me and you do, like
GTA.
yeah,
You don't even see the
legit,
inside of the
legit,
plane either.
legit.
You just
Well, up, like if, pulling and forward and like how
yeah.
that stuff works, and then he starts going like off about all this stuff, and then the guy back from the radio center or whatever, he's like, do you need help with anything or whatever? He's like, yeah, I mean, maybe if it would stop me from getting lightheaded, maybe tell me how to pressurize the cabin or something like that. I'm like, damn, dude's
No fucks.
just compressed head inside of there, and then he's like, yeah, I'm maybe thinking about doing a couple maneuvers and then a barrel roll. I'm like, what is
Dude, that
going
is
on right now?
ballsy.
And then
what kind of plane
he's
was
like,
he in?
commercial, like a big ass like commercial plane.
Imagine doing a barrel roll in a commercial
Well,
plane.
you like theoretically
I don't
aren't
even think
able
that's
to do it.
possible.
You theoretically aren't able to do it because the wings would rip off because they're like so
Yeah,
big.
because they're so big.
They
yeah.
bring another pilot onto the radio. There's a plane following behind him now. Another commercial
Mhm.
plane following behind him now. And the
Yeah.
guy at the radio center is like, I'm gonna need you to take a right turn. He's like, all right. He's like, I'm gonna do a couple maneuvers first. He does the barrel roll. The black box cuts out for a second, then it comes back, and the pilot goes, congratulations. I'm like, why are we congratulating this? Yeah, he completed the barrel roll. Did not
Because
die.
that's a staple of achievement, my guy. Barrel rolling is.
You're trying to save
commercial
this guy's
plane.
life. What do you mean? And then
Yeah, but he's like, God damn, that was impressive.
yeah, but then he ends up crashing into an island with no people on it, and then
Yeah.
passes away in GTA. I have to say that because YouTube will demonetize us if I don't say in GTA. But
What a way to go out, though.
what a Chad.
What
His
a
nickname
way.
Sky King.
Hmm.
Throwing out for Sky King.
Deuces out for Sky King.
Deuces out for Sky King. It's so
Rest in
goated.
peace.
Do you think you could fly a plane realistically?
No, absolutely not.
You don't think
I
so?
had the worst anxiety before I had to get forklift certified. You think I can fucking fly a thing with 8 million buttons, dude? Are you kidding me?
You mean to tell me that dude, my forklift certification was the easiest shit I've ever done.
No, yeah, but anytime I do anything out of my comfort zone, especially when there's other people around, like watching me, because obviously someone has to be like showing you how to do everything or whatever, like standing next to you in it. But I get such bad anxiety. It is fucking insane.
When
But,
on your
I did it and then I got it. So
it's pretty easy. They just like, all right, go forward, go backward, make the forks go up, tilt them down, and all that kind of stuff.
But we had to actually, for us, they made us learn how to pick up different materials and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So we had to put it on top of like high shelves and shit.
Do you have the electric ones or the gas ones?
Both. We have both.
Oh, you had to get certified for both?
I got trained on 2 different ones. I got trained on the sit down one.
Damn! And the standing one. The standing ones are badass, dude.
No, it's a standing one, but it's called the order picker. So they go like 50, 60 feet up in the air.
Yep.
And you like lift yourself.
I go to plants. I go to plants that have those. Those things are pretty sick.
They're pretty sick though, honestly. I was nervous at first, but then now it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Kind of like a little go-kart.
Yeah.
You can lift yourself up.
I think that if I was in the air already, I could fly a plane. I don't think I could get a plane off the ground.
I don't think. Well, yeah, because that's the thing, right? Because they do have like an autopilot, right? Don't they?
But I'm saying without an autopilot.
So, like, I'm saying if I theoretically, FBI agent listening right now, if I theoretically killed the pilots and stole the airplane, I think I could land it because of the autopilot.
The autopilot isn't going to land the plane for you.
Yeah, don't get me there. That's all I need. Crash landing is still landing, my guy.
Dude, you pull a Sully and you land in the Hudson River.
Just land in the most nearby any point of water. Even
it's another flight story. They had to take private jets because they were filming something for some sort of documentary, and they had a bunch of Pelican cases full of like $100,000 worth of gear. Their engines go out, and they're like about to all go down. Dude makes like a fort around himself and the people with these Pelican cases. They crash into the water that they see. And this is like
Mhm.
2 a.m., so they have like 20 feet of visibility. They saw a glare last second, crash into the water. They survive because of the pelican cases, and then they end up swimming in the
Bro.
water for 2 hours. But they find out that the lake is fenced in all the way around because it is a snake and crocodile infested lake. You can't even make this up.
What?
And they get out, and there's like cops looking for them. Come to find out, they knock on somebody's house to ask for help. Guess whose house it was? The sheriff's house. The sheriff's house.
Wait, whose?
The sheriff's house. And the
Oh,
sheriff's
really?
wife answered the door and called her husband and told him they were there. How wicked is that?
Dude. Can you imagine if it was Ricky Berwick though?
Dude, Ricky, you get on your plane? Hello, everybody. This is your captain speaking. My name is Ricky Berwick.
He's crawling on the walls when you knock on the door to open the door. He like comes from above the door and then you just see his hand go like
He goes, hello, hello, hello. He's just
it's so fucked.
he's
Uh
crawling
I
on the
gotta stop
walls.
with the Ricky Berwick jokes.
Yeah,
Canceled.
dude, he's gonna comment on our TikTok and then he's gonna be like, hey
He's
man,
like, fucking find me and
he just takes down
find
he
out.
takes down our podcast.
I'll fuck around and find out. Yeah, no, he'd probably whip my ass in a fight though.
You know who would whoop your ass in a fight?
Who?
Andrew Tate.
Tula? Oh.
Andrew Tate.
He's the top G. He's the top
He's
G.
the top G's back, baby.
Did he get unbanned from
Twitter.
all social
Unbanned.
media?
I don't know about all, but
Or
Twitter he
just
did.
Twitter?
He did.
Mm,
But like I still been seeing so many of his clips on like TikTok and Instagram and everything still. And that just got me thinking, right? I was listening to a lot of this other stuff, and you know how a lot of people were trying to like say that he's like bad to like all these women and all this stuff like that. They did an interview
Yeah.
with some women that he had been with, and they
Mhm.
were all saying that he is the nicest guy ever. And that he is very
really?
respectful. He's very respectful. He paid for their dinner, picked them up in a nice car, didn't try to make any advances on them, and none of that stuff. They just kind of talked about like crypto and stuff, is what one of the girls said.
Yeah.
And a lot of the stuff that we're seeing apparently is just like a lot of
Out of
people
context.
like out of context stuff. So like where he's saying like in his own experience, the only times he's been in car accidents were like with women drivers. He didn't say they were bad drivers. He's just saying that that was the only time when they did.
When accidents happen, it's because
No, we gotta be careful with our words here so we don't get canceled.
no, yeah, that's
We're not gonna get-
saying anything right now.
Women are great drivers. Women are great drivers. Shout out to all the women out there. Wish I had one.
Shout out to the non-curb hitters.
To the-
Shout out.
yeah,
But-
yeah.
Do you think there's a possibility he could have paid these women to say all this stuff? Do you think that's a possibility? or-
I actually didn't even think about that. I'm sure there is, but I think he
'Cause
makes himself.
Yeah, I think there's a way. Cause let's put ourselves in the top G shoes for a minute.
Mhm.
Let's put ourselves in a Bugatti for a second.
Oh,
alright?
I could do. I'm cool with that.
If you got canceled, like out of nowhere, you were really popular for a short amount of time, and then you got canceled, right? With the money you have left, would you try to buy your way back in? Because I know I would. I definitely would. If I knew that I still had an audience out there, of course.
It just to me it seems like he always had his audience even after like he got canceled, right?
Mhm.
Because he had his what it's like master class or whatever he called that you can buy, and then he has
Oh,
his
yeah,
own
uh-huh.
podcast or like show with his brother that he still does.
Mhm.
I don't think he got banned off of like YouTube or anything, but also I found out he doesn't have any social media.
Oh, really? So he never had like an Instagram or like.
Those
Damn,
are I'm
okay.
sure he
That
had
makes sense.
that like stuff for like his own personal use, but not for like his clips or whatever. Any of that stuff is all
Yeah.
like people doing that stuff,
Mm-hmm.
which is crazy.
It's true.
But I think why people like don't like him is because the way that the stuff is put out of context, people like hate him because of the way that it is like affecting the youth and how they think and treat women. If that makes sense.
That's true. Yeah, that does make sense. Because at the same time, you don't want kids probably listening to what he's saying about certain aspects of women, but
Mhm.
it's kind of a double-sided die. We're never gonna know really because you can kind of clip whatever you want nowadays and make
Hmm.
someone sound really bad. Like
Yeah.
when I made that Ricky Berwick joke and then that was it, that could have sounded really bad if you didn't watch like the whole podcast or whatever. But
Yeah.
that's the only thing that sucks about stuff now too is if you there's an audience for anything now. Anyone and before the internet that was never really a thing. So
I
it's
mean,
kind of
cancel culture is like a real thing, and
oh
it's
my
like
gosh,
wild.
dude, yes.
But also, we like this generation that's like underneath us are the dumbest people
Oh my
ever.
dude.
They're
Ugh.
it's wild. And if you're the generation under them and you're listening to this podcast, I mean, I hate that I had to say it, but
yeah.
I don't take it back.
It's because everyone's attention span is getting so much shorter, and all the shit that people watch, like I mean, obviously we watch like YouTube and stuff too.
Yeah.
But if like all these kids are just growing up on YouTube and TikTok, dude, and then like they don't actually like have any like
It's
life experience.
yeah, or like no
Yeah,
social skills or anything like that, and it's just like we at
Mhm.
least learned before we got into like YouTube and all that, like how to treat people, our manners, we learned how to be people,
Yeah.
and we had to go outside and play, which I do not regret at all. I loved
Oh
my
no,
childhood. I had a great
I'm so
childhood.
glad I did. Yeah.
I had an amazing
'Cause
childhood, getting to play outside
staying
and all that
inside all
stuff.
the time, dude, and like not having like any friends and just having like YouTube. Fuck that, dude.
Even like
Oh
nowadays,
my
I can watch
gosh.
YouTube, but I get bored of watching YouTube. Like I want to like
Yeah,
sometime every once in a while
yeah.
I want to go out and like just like bum around the
You want
mall
to
or
do
like just
something.
get out.
Yeah.
Too bad I
Yeah,
have
but that's
like
because
zero
we
friends,
grew
but
up with
like
that social aspect, and nowadays kids are kind of just growing up, especially with COVID. A lot of those kids were just on tablets in classes and
yeah,
stuff.
I don't think COVID helped any of that at all.
No.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
for sure.
speaking from personal experience because you weren't in school during that, and I was in my
No, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if I was in my junior or my senior year. I think I was in my senior year.
Yeah, I think
But
you were in your senior year because I was out of high school for only a year at that point, or a
um,
little over a year.
but
But
I did probably 15 minutes of school a day at that time.
yeah, exactly, and that's yeah, I don't know.
And I got better grades than I did when I was in school. I didn't have to take any tests. Any tests that I did take, you could cheat on. I'm not gonna stay here and just lie.
Just straight up out yourself. I
The
cheated on
only
all my tests.
Well, it's like we take notes and then they're like, okay, you need to have your cam on your computer, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have my notes just on my lap. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
if I have my
They
like,
so,
you can't even see my hands. I'm flipping you off right now, and I like,
so they didn't make you have like your camera like down all the way by like your keyboard and mouse.
They want to see your
No?
face. They wanted to see like your eyes and stuff to see where like you
Mm.
were looking and everything. And
Dude,
like,
yeah, you could minimize the screen, put it to the side, and like tape your notes like to your screen right here.
well, if I had my setup during school, I would have done that. But I had like my school laptop for that, and I didn't even use my school laptop. I used my phone for most of it, and then as soon as I was
Yeah.
done with my 15 minutes of schoolwork, or like getting the answers from
Mm.
somebody else, I would just play COD and grind search and destroy some more for the COD team.
That's what's really important.
Priorities,
Make sure we get those
priorities,
dubs
priorities.
and S&D.
Now
I would've
you know what?
done the same, though.
I'm gonna give the kids out there a little speech real quick, okay? And I want everybody to listen, and I want everybody to listen good. There are priorities in life. There's school, and then there are video games,
Yep.
women, sometimes men, video games again,
Little
and
toxic
YouTube,
mix in
okay?
there.
School is right here. You got to get through high school. School will always be there. Priorities, though, COD, right? Video games.
It's gaming.
You just do that. You become better than all your friends, and you tell them that you're better than them, and then they're like, "Whoa, I'm really cool," and then you become popular top G. Let's say your name is Chase, right? Chase. Tell all my Chases out there, you're gonna be him one day. You are him, and you're gonna be him one day.
You're that guy, pal.
You're
that guy.
You're that guy, pal. You are that guy, pal. You're that guy. I mean, Diego, did I say anything wrong there?
No. To me, that's 100% fact.
I mean, it's factual. There's school, and then there's priorities.
That's literally like within the first 10 pages of the Bible. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding. Kids, do your research. It's in there.
The Diego's 10 Commandments. Video games. Get
That's
paid.
We need to make a Bible for merch.
Yeah, make the.
It's like a full Bible-sized book, but it only has like the first page written with like 5 words, and then that's it. And we charge an arm and a leg like $40 for a Bible.
Yeah, it's like a tabletop book, and they're like, "Oh my god, what is this book?" We make the title look like it's from like a Bible, like a Bible's time, and it's like in that font with the leather and everything.
All, like, leather. And
yeah.
Hell yeah.
That would be so hilarious. We still got to make a logo, actually.
I know. I got to work on that, but we got to think about it too.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how I would draw
how you would make 2.5 brain cells.
I literally just drew 2.5 circles or something, but
we'll figure
not unless there's any graphic designers who do it on a computer that are out there listening.
Also,
do it.
And if there are anybody who has any ideas, go to the TikTok, 2.5 brain cells pod on TikTok.
Mm-hmm. How about we actually talking about that, we should have I know you and your dad have an email for your podcast and people can send in topics.
We do have an email. I'll
give that out so that way these fine
I'll put it in we'll put it in the description of the YouTube video as well. It's gonna be 2.5 brain cells 00@gmail.com. We couldn't get the normal 2.5 brain cells. That was already taken, so I put 2 zeros after it because it's pretty simple. I put the capital X and the lowercase x, like the gamer tags back in the day. No, I'm saying imagine I did that.
Good old COD gamer tags.
Comment on the TikTok. Say anything you want to say. You know, we're hoping to find some clips in some of these podcasts. We'll be trying to get TikToks, at least one TikTok out every pod. That's probably the goal. Yeah. See if we can do that, and then guests potentially coming soon. Yes. Potentially.
Maybe we'll see.
We'll let them know. But Diego, you got anything else?
We'll pick from the litter.
Yeah. We've got just lines and lines of people who wanna come in here.
Yeah,
I heard Shaquille O'Neal wants to come on the podcast.
I was actually gonna say that, and you know who else is in line behind him? Is OJ. OJ Simpson.
Simpson?
Yeah, he didn't kill his wife. That's what he said.
And Ray Lewis didn't beat up his girlfriend.
Wasn't the OJ? Right? Wasn't the OJ?
He had the gloves. Hey, those other gloves weren't even his.
Ricky Berwick potentially, if we get big enough.
No, he would never. He'd
be like, fuck you. I don't want to talk to you.
We have to learn how to speak different language to have Hasbullah on the podcast.
Oh, dude. No, we just need an interpreter. That's all we need is Google Translate. We'll just do it remote. Google Translate.
But yeah, the Google Translate doesn't work correctly. So he says, "You're a bitch." It's like, "You are make sandwich." What? What'd you say?
No, we need to get like green screens, and then that way we could just make it look like he's sitting behind us talking.
Yeah. You put that as your background instead of the blurry one.
Dude, yeah. We gotta do stuff, but we have plenty of time to grow. This is only what, 4th episode?
3rd or 4th episode. I mean, we're still getting the bearings, you know? Not every podcast is gonna be a banger like the ones we listen to. We're still getting it going. And I think
sometimes we get a little serious on here. Sometimes we get a little serious.
Sorry, we were both making Chad faces to our audio listeners. We were making Chad faces right there.
So dumb.
Yeah, that's
got to be the thumbnail.
Yeah, that sucks. I hate that. That's gonna people are okay. And with that, guys, I think that's where we ended, Diego, because now we're gonna get made fun of.
We got a few jokes.
Yeah, got a few jokes.
People are probably gonna think we are both Sigma males and that we hate women because we even brought up Angie Tate. But that is for you to decide. I have a girlfriend. I don't hate women, so
I don't have a girlfriend, but I have a cat.
Same thing. They both require litter boxes.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have said that. It's okay. Cut it out. Cut it out in post. Cut it out in post.
All right, with that, guys, before we say anything else, before we get canceled, we will see you guys in the next podcast. Peace out.
If I'm on the mic any longer, we're going down.
Yeah. Peace out, boys.
Deuces.